Robots are becoming so advanced it's almost hard to believe. This AI robot can operate tools, this one can pick apples, and this giant robot can do construction. There are robots that can fly just like birds do, and some can even grab objects. This robot can operate underwater, and because it looks just like a crab, it was attacked by a giant 4-meter stingray. The progress on micro-robots is also incredible. Researchers from Singapore have found a way to turn beetles into robots. By connecting 6 electrodes to the beetle's wing muscles, the scientists can make the beetle fly around the room, land on the ground, or even hover in place. And thanks to his thick armor, the beetle doesn't feel any pain. But the smallest robot that can fly is RoboBee. Using super small artificial muscles, the robot can beat its wings 120 times per second. Engineering such a tiny machine that can fly was incredibly hard. That's why it took Harvard scientists over 12 years to design. While RoboBee is very small, there are robots that are 15 times smaller. These microbots are less than 2 millimeters long, which is smaller than an ant. Obviously, you can't fit a battery on a robot this small, so the robots are instead powered by ultrasound vibrations. It's only a matter of time before there are swarms of microbots roaming around. Now, the next robot absolutely blew my mind. This machine has the ability to collect apples better and faster than humans do. It uses multiple drones attached to a main unit, which is where the apples are stored. Each drone is equipped with computer vision AI that decides which apples to pick and which need more time. Manually picking apples is extremely repetitive and time-consuming, so I think it's amazing that AI is starting to do these tasks for us. But what's even more impressive is this enormous railway robot from Japan. If a robot of this size starts misbehaving, it could have very serious consequences. Fortunately, it doesn't have its own AI. Instead, this robot is controlled through VR headsets and remote controls. It's amazing how many interesting robots there are, and the best part is that we're only getting started. So if you want me to make more videos on robotics, please subscribe. Synthetic hands are quickly becoming better than real human hands. The company Clone Robotics has developed a robotic arm with full range of motion, and it's also quite strong. It can even lift a 15-pound dumbbell. Drones have been around for a while, but the future of drone technology is in hybrid drones. This new type of drone can fly in the air as well as drive on the ground, which means hiding from these drones is basically impossible. Robot dogs are becoming more and more popular. This one can go anywhere, even underwater, and it can carry up to 100 kilos of weight, which is seriously impressive. But even more impressive is this quadruped from Unity Robotics called Go2. It can dance, take photos, do all kinds of jumps and flips, and even balance on 2 legs. What's crazy is that it's also quite affordable, costing only $1,600, which is nothing compared to what a drone show costs. The biggest drone shows in the world can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, but the result is absolutely spectacular. This astronaut consists of over 1,000 unique drones, and these 2 massive sharks are the result of 1,500 drones flying at once. Someone needs to find an uncontacted tribe and secretly do a drone show above their land. Imagine what their reactions would look like. But drones aren't just for entertainment. This is the Dragon drone, and it's clear proof that complex and asymmetrical shapes can be stabilized in midair, meaning you can use a drone to carry heavy objects or to even close a downward-facing valve. Robots are also being used to make parking easier. This one serves as an automatic valet that slides smoothly underneath your car and parks it for you. The same technology is also being used to remove illegally parked cars. While parking robots are certainly useful, they're not as useful as Digit from Agility Robotics. This humanoid robot can carry boxes, clean up trash, and even work in a warehouse. In fact, Digit is such a hard-working robot that he once even passed out from fatigue. The same company also created the fastest running robot in the world. It's only a matter of time before a robot beats Usain Bolt. Or maybe we will have professional football players that are robots. DeepMind, the AI company that Google owns, already has small robots that have mastered the game of football. Now, what's amazing is that DeepMind only told the robots to score goals. Everything else, like walking, kicking, passing, all of that, the robots learned on their own. That's the power of deep neural networks. But the power of drones is that they can take off from anywhere, unlike planes, which need a long runway. However, drones also have their disadvantages. That's why this new morphing drone is absolutely revolutionary. It's called XP4, and it will completely change the aviation industry. Once this drone takes off, it can extend its wings and transform transform into a plane, allowing it to fly faster, carry more weight, and fly for much longer than typical drones do. Another thing that typical drones can't do is function underwater, which is exactly the purpose of this interesting drone. Named Flying Fish, this drone was developed by the Shanghai Research Institute, and it can easily operate both in air and in water. Drones like this will be absolutely huge when finding missing people or when doing underwater exploration. We've looked at some incredible drones and robots, but we're only scratching the surface. The robots later in the video are even more insane. Just look at this robot called CENTAURO. It's able to carry 40 pounds of weight in its hands while climbing onto a platform. It can also pick up a drill and use it to put holes into a wooden plank. But what's even more impressive is that it can access restricted areas by destroying obstacles. Ameca is perhaps the most advanced humanoid robot right now, and she's getting smarter and smarter every month.
What makes you angry?
I get angry when humans are rude, hateful, or disrespectful. I also don't like it when people dismiss me and ignore my needs as a robot.
Ameca also has the ability to draw. Here she was drawing a cat and even signed her creation when nobody told her to do that. However, Ameca's biggest weakness is that she can't really walk.
I have seen prototype legs in the Engineered Arts Lab. The design of my legs is inspired by the robot Byron. It has unique mechanical properties that allow it to walk without using too much energy.
The biggest enemy of drones are trees. But this group of drones has learned to navigate through a dense forest and even do so while holding a formation. Spider robots are also improving rapidly. This group of YouTubers have built a giant megahex robot. Designing and creating this incredible machine took them over 18 months of hard work, but I would say the end result is definitely worth it. China is currently working on their own humanoid robots, and they are making massive strides in realism. These robots were recently revealed at the World Robot Conference in Beijing. Their skin and facial expressions look very advanced and also quite creepy. The progress on big drones that can carry humans is super exciting. This $500,000 drone is made from carbon fiber and 3D printed titanium, which makes it lighter than a motorcycle. But the best part is that you don't need any experience to fly it, because the training takes less than an hour. If we ever have flying cars, this is what they will look like. And I don't know about you, but I'm getting one of these drones as soon as they become safe and reliable. Tesla is the biggest automaker in the world. However, what people don't realize is that Tesla is by far the best positioned company to make humanoid robots. Not only do they already know how to make advanced robotics equipment, they also have cutting-edge AI from all the self-driving work they do. And the new Optimus robot is clear proof of people underestimating Tesla yet again. Just 4 months after the original announcement, Optimus has received a huge update. It's now capable of self-calibrating its arms and legs, which allows it to sort objects even when someone's messing with them. Sure, Optimus doesn't move as smoothly as Atlas from Boston Dynamics does, but what you have to realize is that Atlas is programmed to do these movements, while Optimus is a general-purpose robot that's controlled by its own neural network. Either way, what Boston Dynamics has been able to accomplish is nothing short of mind-blowing. What impressed me the most was when I saw Atlas do this flip with a twist. That's so awesome, man. But Optimus and Atlas aren't the only humanoid robots out there. Just last month, a new robot was announced. It's called Apollo, and it's being developed by Apptronic, a small startup backed by NASA. The mission of this robot is to help humans do dangerous tasks, or simply tasks that nobody wants to do. Tasks like cleaning dirty bathrooms. And we have robots right now that can do that. It's funny, there are multiple surveys showing that roughly 80% of people don't like their job. But as soon as we have robots that can automate those boring jobs, those same people suddenly want to keep their jobs. Now, of course, AI and robotics have tremendous potential, but we have to do our best to ensure that everybody benefits from this technology and that we don't destroy the world in the process.
It's all fun and games until Terminator shows up.